dive deeper into the existence of Mahatma Gandhi, recognized not just as a guiding beacon for a struggling India, but also a personification of serenity amidst bustling chaos of uncertain times. The expedition through his life story is as enlightening as it is intriguing, highlighting the tumultuous and transformative years that gave direction to an entire civilization on the brink of revolution. Decode his impactful ideologies, an exceptional amalgamation of righteousness, veracity, and ethicality, which provoked a shake in the existing normality. Gandhi showcased penetrating perseverance in his unending pursuit of truth, also known as satya, and his dedication towards nonviolence, or ahimsa. These philosophies emerged as impactful weapons in India's relentless labors towards achieving freedom. Immerse yourself in this captivating biographic exploration that merely seeks 10 minutes of your time, but offers to satiate your curiosity with insightful glimpses into Gandhi's formative years, his ascension to the title of Mahatma, and his inspirational campaign propelling Indian independence. Follow the path tread by this humble lawyer with no shoes, traversing from the rustic hamlets of Gujarat, right up to being the torchbearer of a national revolution. His remarkable voyage, impacting the flow of universal history, created an enduring impression in the collective consciousness of a multitude, and continues to inspire generations. Gandhi's young days in the heartland of Gujarat instilled in him values that would become the cornerstones of his later philosophy. The visuals transition to gentle scenes of Gandhi's early education, where he was taught by elders who emphasized the importance of truth, nonviolence, and self-discipline, principles deeply rooted in the Jain tradition prevalent in the region. These humble environments lacked the opulence of a rich household, but were rich in moral and ethical teachings. His mother's devout spirituality and his father's position as a community leader exposed him to the struggles and aspirations of common people. This understanding of everyday hardships and his family's devotion to duty would equip Gandhi with the empathy and moral clarity that he needed to challenge an empire and become the Mahatma, a great soul. Within this plain milieu of Gandhi's upbringing, his academic journey proceeded alongside a burgeoning sense of social consciousness. Regular excursions to the temple, absorbing the tales and teachings of ancient lore, furthered his introspection and comprehension of religious philosophies, elements that would later underpin his socio-political strategies. The pivotal moments of his formative years involved not just nurturing his intellect, but also engaging in community service, illustrating the symbiosis between knowledge and action. Gandhi's experiences etched an indelible conviction within him that society's true progression lies in the welfare of its most humble members. This conviction would drive Gandhi as he spearheaded campaigns for civil rights, emphasizing the need for societal transformation built on the bedrock of ethical conduct and inclusive welfare. These early lessons entrenched the values of patience, mutual respect, and societal unity, values that not only shaped his strategies for resistance, but also encouraged the empowerment of the marginalized, thus laying the groundwork for a movement that would alter the course of history. The formation of a leader. Imbued with familial prestige and religiosity, Mohandas Gandhi was nurtured in an environment where politics and morality coexisted seamlessly, each leaving a profound imprint on his impressionable mind. His father, the chief minister of a princely state, was a living embodiment of authority, decision-making prowess, and the concurrent issues of a nation, subtly instilling in Gandhi an understanding of state affairs and the political pulses. On the other hand, his mother's unwavering religious adherence and deep moral teachings bore into him lessons steeped in sanctity, righteousness, and ethical living. In combination, these elements intricately shaped Gandhi's core principles. Truth, nonviolence, and self-discipline not only began to unfurl as vital threads in the fabric of his own character, but were also the values he espoused and propagated in his quest for India's liberation. These formative influences converged to build a powerful ideology, an enduring legacy of resistance against injustice and oppression that reverberates even today in India's independent identity. Reflecting on his formative years of education in Gujarat, we get a glimpse into the journey that shaped the boy who didn't excel in his studies, but was remarkably thoughtful for his age. Known for his crystalline introspection, he exhibited an astonishing ability to delve deep into moral conundrums, even as a youngster. This distinctive trait was evident long before he emerged as an emblem of peace and justice. His precocious marriage to Kasturba Gandhi at the tender age of 13 catapulted him into adolescence, introducing complex duties and obligations. The experience, although daunting for someone so young, played a pivotal role in molding Gandhi's budding ideologies. The ever so slightly weighty repercussions of being a husband nudged him towards being more pragmatic, subtly shaping his belief system. This phase of his life threw challenges that required a maturity beyond his years, thereby honing his discernment and philosophical understanding. The visuals seamlessly transition from Gandhi's childhood surroundings to scenes of his school, effectively capturing the essence of his early life. Within the confines of his educational setting, the strict moral environment aimed to instill within its students a strong sense of duty and discipline, preparing them for the challenges that life would inevitably present. The camera then sweeps across the backdrop of Porbandar's beautiful Havelis and the ebullient market streets bustling with activity, as it showcases the various touchpoints that formed Gandhi's nascent views on leadership and community living. As the young Gandhi navigates his way through these complex dynamics, he begins to emerge as a keen observer of human behavior, absorbing the nuances of societal interactions that would eventually shape his groundbreaking philosophies. This vivid portrayal of Gandhi's formative years, anchored in a combination of the traditional and progressive influences that surrounded him, sets the stage for the extraordinary journey that would come to define his legacy, both as a transformative leader and a beacon of hope for generations to come. It was in the late 1800s that a young man from India named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of his life and eventually the world. He set forth for London, brimming with unsullied confidence and an indomitable spirit of curiosity, to pursue his legal training at the esteemed Inner Temple, one of England's 4 Inns of Court. This destination was a veritable breeding ground of intellectual thought and discourse, dilating the corridors of knowledge that would establish Gandhi as a formidable lawyer. Bearing witness to this period of transformative growth were the castle-like structures of the Inner Temple, their majestic turrets reaching out to the azure London sky. The panoramic expanse of this renowned institution, imbued with centuries of history and tradition, served as the backdrop of Gandhi's metamorphosis. During his sojourn in London, something profound began to take root within Gandhi. Amidst drafting legal documents and engaging in critical debates, he found himself drawn towards the principles of nonviolence, or ahimsa, imbuing his nascent legal career with a defining philosophical thrust. His growing disdain for violence and harm was mirrored in a significant shift in his lifestyle choice, a commitment to vegetarianism, propelled not only by his Hindu upbringing, but also by his strong empathy towards all living beings. His journey towards becoming a vegetarian was visually represented with a montage of vegetarian meals, symbolizing his compassionate approach to life. His time in London thus contributed to initiating the transformation of an ordinary lawyer to Mahatma Gandhi, a man revered globally for his unique philosophy of nonviolence and truth. In the year 1893, a young and hopeful Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, driven by a mix of fortitude and circumstances, found himself in South Africa, a land that was to remain his home for the subsequent 2 decades. The time Gandhi spent in the nation was transformative, not just for himself, but for the concept of resistance globally. The South African terrain, with its juxtaposed vistas of bountiful natural beauty and stark socio-political realities, became the incubator for his philosophies, notions deeply rooted in truth, restraint, and nonviolence. This burgeoning period saw the formation of the Satyagraha, the method of nonviolent resistance that he propagated, and that later formed the cornerstone of several civil rights movements worldwide. Forsooth, it was here that the world was introduced to the real Mahatma, rather than just the man. The picture of South Africa during this period, as portrayed through archival footages, unveils the simmering racial tensions and civil rights protests that were driving forces behind Gandhi's philosophies. The landscapes, marked with their own battle scars, bear silent testimony to the trials and triumphs encountered by the Mahatma. When Gandhi set foot again on Indian soil in 1915, he came armed with more than just the experiences from his exilic life in South Africa. He brought with him a novel weapon in the conflict against injustice, the principle of satyagraha, or non-violent resistance. This marked a defining turning point in India's struggle for independence, introducing a race, wearied with oppression, to a mode of protest as effective as it was peaceful. As he led nationwide campaigns for alleviating poverty, encouraging women's rights, easing caste discrimination, and fostering brotherhood amongst differently religious groups divided by the British divide and rule policy, Gandhi resolutely paved the way for social reforms. His greatest challenge, however, was the British Empire, an entity he fearlessly confronted with the iconic Salt March of 1930. This transformative event, a 240-mile-long march against the taxing of salt by the British, proved to be emblematic of Gandhi's indomitable spirit and his commitment to people's rights. This period didn't just cement Gandhi's legendary status as the Mahatma or the Great Soul, but it also churned the undercurrents of a patriotic energy that would eventually lead to India emerging as a free nation. Accompanying the narration, visuals capturing the verdant Indian countryside depict the cradle of this revolution, while images showcasing the Salt March offer a powerful glimpse into one of the most significant movements in India's struggle for independence, an era that personified courage, unity, and the unfaltering resolve for freedom. Decades have passed since the untimely demise of Mahatma Gandhi through assassination, yet his influence is still palpable around the globe. His teachings, deeply rooted in levity and nonviolence, have left a significant impact on the fabric of our society. Today, they continue to fuel the inspiration of millions, encouraging peace and harmony throughout nations worldwide. Gandhi's philosophies were more than just words. They were the embodiment of his soul, a testament to his indomitable spirit. Remarkably, his ideals remain just as pertinent and compelling as they were during his lifetime, reverberating across countries and generations, and serving as a beacon of hope in times of conflict and unrest. As if echoing his continued influence, an array of visuals encapsulating the impact of Mahatma Gandhi are overwhelmingly evident today. One can witness his effect on the global landscape through footages of peace rallies held worldwide. These rallies, attended by thousands, are a testament to the enduring appeal of his ideals. Similarly striking are images of prominent world leaders, past and present, who have often quoted Gandhi in their speeches, or been influenced by his philosophies when making significant policy decisions. A manifestation of his perpetual influence can also be seen in shots of memorials dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi scattered globally. These memorials, serving as a testament to his immortal wisdom, shine as touchpoints of his life and work. Thus, from the simple man he was to the global icon he has become, Mahatma Gandhi's legacy undeniably lives on. Embark on an exciting adventure by pressing the subscribe button and explore the wonders that await. Discover the hidden gems and join us on this incredible voyage. Don't forget to like, share, and undoubtedly subscribe. We appreciate you tuning in, and let's journey through this historical wave side by side.